Good morning. It's a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and I'm so happy today. I'm like elated that if you say something and then stupid people go up and bite the bait hook, it's like beyond me. It's like, can you please wake up to stupid? And some of them do. Like I have been saying lately about the sexual assault, the Pizzagate, the child molesting, and most of all about the lovely Pope. I have a question. Now, why is the Pope kissing a Rothschild's ring? Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? He's the Pope. You're supposed to kiss his ring. Instead, he is kissing a Rothschild's ring. I have on my computer, my other side of the computer, I pulled up a bunch of stuff. And do you know what I realized? They all have ugly eyes, their teeth are yellow, and they're red and bloodshot. Well, I did a little bit more investigating, and you know why they have that look about them? It's kind of like evil at its best. Matter of fact, we got a picture of the Pope, our Pope now, with the look on his face. And then the sad part is he is kissing another man on the lips. But hey, he's the Pope. Let it slide. Just like, the priest that just got arrested for giving 30 children AIDS. And the Pope said, whoops, forgive you, be blessed, go on your merry way. We'll feed you some more children. We'll just move you to another part of the world or another part of the country or another town to, basically have cannibalism as a priest. And he is supposed to be the Pope. And he is kissing a Rothschild's ring. Now, does that tell you who really runs this country? Or is that just not a wake-up call? Because this is what I have, and these are pictures all over the internet. You can find them yourselves. You can Google it, you can shop it, you can buy it, you can purchase it, whatever. Like I said, the altar has been built. The Pope is on the altar team. Hollywood's on the altar team. The Democrats are on the altar team. Whoever believes in child pedophile is on the team of the altar. Now, I'm going to give you some prime examples. Pull up these pictures. A, anybody thinking any lawsuits? A, it's my constitutional right. And B, it's out there for the world to see. So you can't stop me. You can stop CNN. Oh, nope, they won't report that. ABC? Nope, won't report that. Fox? Fox? Oh, God. You people are nauseatingly sick. Let's look at some pretty little pictures of our lovely Pope. We're going to go strolling down the lanes that they don't want you to see. Okay, let's zoom in on some of this over here. Do you see this? Right here? Right here. Look at this. He is kissing a ring of a man. Let's see if we can bring that up by its lonesomes. There you go. Isn't that nice? All of the elite gathered for dinner time. And he is the Pope, who is supposed to be leading the flocks to God. And there you are. Oops, we got some more. Hold on. Let's keep scrolling down memory lane of our lovely Pope and the rich and the elite. Let's just get some pretty pictures going. And he's kissing their Bible. And 666, there you go. Oh, there's another one kissing another elite's fucking ring. What does that tell you about him? Oh, and it gets better. Hold on. There is some. Do you see? Oh, I got to bring this up. Oh, come on. Nope, back it up. Now they're trying to take it out. Okay, well, we'll just cross that out. But do you see the evil on this man's face? I mean, seriously, look at how evil he looks. Who does that? Oh, we got some more. Hold on. We have more here. And there he is kissing a child. There he is kissing the Rothschild's Bible. Oh, no, that's Saudi Arabia's Bible. Oh, hold on. We're getting a lot better. There's Sorensen, the puppet master. He is right here. George Sorensen himself. And he plays the Pope. See, this is what the elite do, but we haven't gotten to the best picture yet. Oh, there it is. Kissing a man full on mouth. And yet, this is the funny part. This man is full on kissing a man. And he's talking about gays and lesbians. He shouldn't even be having a conversation. He is a demented piece of crap. Oh, wait, we got something else for you. Hold on. It gets better. Oh, yeah, the goat head. Yes, we got to go there. This is how elite this is. Do we all know who this person is right here? Look at what he is wearing right here. On his name tag is the goat head. Yes, on their military uniform is a goat in the center and the words on the side, each side. Nice! Now, let's get to some more real fun facts. Okay, the fun fact is, do you know why these men look so disgustingly gross? I'll tell you why. Because cannibalism runs along the lines of pedophile. Okay, they call this everybody wants to call it, hypothetical stories. Somebody's making this up. The fairy tales. Like when Princess Diana and Prince Charles got married. Priest even said, it's a fairy tale. Fairy tales that are told to children who want to eat them up. Which is us. See, what they do is the government has been in control for the longest time. Look at the drug factories. Look what they're doing. Bill Gates. Look at his wife. Look what their family promotes. Their family promotes how many people live in the world and how many people should be taken out. They promote the genocides. Why? Because every time they give a child a shot, guess what they're doing? They're waking up dormant genes. Now, everybody has dormant genes in their family. For you who don't know what dormant genes are, I'm a massage therapist. I will wake you up and tell you what dormant is. A gene that has been in your families forever suddenly decides it's not necessary, it's not needed, doesn't, whatever. It's asleep. Everybody has these. They're dormant. They stay dormant. They just float around in your brain, they float around in your body, and then something, bam, one day wakes it up. Could be alcohol, could be the way drugs make you feel. It could be a euphoria of some sort. Okay? So now, when you take all of those dormant genes and you start pumping your child with drugs, these dormant genes, they are waking up way before they're supposed to be woken up. Have you noticed our children lately growing up a little faster than they should? Have you noticed now we're getting 12 and 13-year-old girls pregnant? Has anybody not noticed what is going on with the medical field and the drug field and the rich and the elite? They all say the same thing. Depopulize the world. Because they are the chosen. Because they're rich. The Rothschilds, who made their millions doing what? Smuggling in alcohol? Well, let's just say they bought their way to the top with a lot of bodies that have been climbed up and buried under things, okay? 95% of these people who are on the elite list, including Hollywood and jocks, they have built an altar and they have gotten a red rug. The red rug is nothing but crimson blood. And these people who walk up to get their Oscars, their Tonys, their little, statuettes, this is where the government has brought us, and this is where the elites have brought us. They have brought us down to really the Pope, This is the Pope. He is supposed to be guiding the flocks. He is supposed to be saying things like, stop poisoning our waters, stop doing this, don't do that. No, what he is doing is meddling in everybody's life and religion because he's a jackass. The Pope is nothing more than a puppet. And he is ran by the billionaires and the millionaires and the elites and the dark masks of dark light or whatever the fuck they are that they talk about so much. It's like, really, people? Listen, this is America. Okay? The flag means something to all of us. Okay? You can paint history the way you want. It does not matter. Okay? Blood flowed in those battlefields. Men and women died for a cause, not for your pockets to get wealthy on, and them to lose body parts or their lives because you send them in the arms of somebody else's bullshit wars. Well, we're tired of your bullshit wars. We're tired of the bullshit that Hollywood is spewing out all over the internet. We're tired of seeing the Pope making out with a man on a full-out French kiss and nobody is saying a damn thing about this. Mr. Pope, I have a question. How many dead bodies did you walk over to get your little beanie hat to join the club of kiss asses? When did you sell your soul to God? And how long did it take you? And how does, by the way, how does baby meat taste? Like chicken? You people sacrifice and murder people and walk over us like we are absolutely nothing. We are the masses. You know what? We need as the masses to stand up and take our children and say, fuck you. Because you are not an American. You are not holy. You are not God's chosen Pope. And you are a hypocrite to that robe. You are a hypocrite to the cross. You are a hypocrite to God. You are a lying pile of fucking shit. And you know what, Mr. Pope? I would like to see a bunch of pigs tied up around each of your hands, including your cock, and have a pig fight and see which way wins. You are despicable, you are deplorable, and you really need to look in the mirror because I know somewhere in there's got to be a human being. Probably not after all the bodies and the children you molested and eaten. Now, anybody believing in the Catholic Church now, there you go. You've got a man who was sold out. Sold out to the Rothschilds, sold out to the pharmaceutical companies, sold out to the car industry. It's a fiat, really? Everybody bought a fiat then. God, you guys all followed in line. Do you see these little bobblies? The Pope comes. He didn't want a Cadillac. He didn't want a BMW. He wanted a Fiat. And then guess what? Fiat sales went up. Guess who made money? Not us. Because they come over here disassembled. And then we get to hire what little workers, and I mean little workers, because there's barely getting any pay out of it, assemble that piece of shit fucking car, bring it over here, don't even pay the tariffs on it, and what little tariff they do pay, it's a recall. So who is screwing who? The Pope is screwing us, the government is screwing us, and yet the best is yet to come. When we're all at war because these fucks, this man in particular called the Pope, is supposed to be saving our nation, supposed to be saving our children, supposed to what? They're not doing it. Instead, they're leading our children to false tables, false idols, false bullshit. And we're all buying into it. Why? Because we want to go to J.C. Penney's and buy that $13 shirt to put more money in the richest pocket. Why? Because we all want to go to Home Depot and put more money in their pocket. Why? Because we all want to see our children get ADD from, guess what, folks? Those lovely little shots you think your kid needs does not need. Guess what, people? We survived in the 1800s without the blasted bloody things. But now if you don't inoculate your child, you get arrested and HRS is called in and you get, what? your child yanked. And guess what? Because you didn't get your child inoculated with all those poisons that they demand, you get your child taken away because it's called neglect. No, honey, it's not neglect. It's called you saving yourself and you're saving your family from outrageous fucking medical bills and outrageous prices in the pharmaceutical company. Also, the outrageous price that you will be paying in insurance. So, people, I have a question. When do we wake up as a nation and stop fighting each other and look at each other and say, wow? When do we look at each other and say, maybe we have the same common cause? We're not supposed to be fighting each other. That's not what God wanted. But these guys have succeeded at their job. The media has succeeded by hate spewing out. Every time you turn it on, it's always about a black man, never about a white man. It's always about a black man. And occasionally you might see a white man or a white woman. But do you know how they ethically point out the bad neighborhoods? And they slam it in the news every freaking day. Every day. They don't point out the good deeds that anybody does. They don't point out, the things that are really going on. No, what they want to point out are the lies, and what fundraiser they work for, and what they believe in. Oh, I'm jogging today for the dogs I love. Join us! And guess what? Everybody hops up. Everybody jumps up. And everybody does it. How much money do you think really goes to the March of Dimes? I mean, think about it. How much? You got to pay the advertisers. You got to pay the promoters. You got to pay the networks. Okay, by the time you're done breaking that money down, it's very little. You know how I know this? Because a friend of mine owned a shop. And with this shop, she had a little canister out. And it was to collect for dogs and cats. And there was a good $50, $60 in there because I counted it. At one point, I counted it was 40 and then it went up and I didn't count it. I was getting ready to put it in the envelope and then go take it to the Humane Society. This woman had a psychotic breakdown. I thought we were actually going to call the paramedics for her. This is how out of control she got. She got so out of control, she looked at me and she said, why in the F blankety blank, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to clean up my language, okay? I'm trying. Would you give them this money? She yanked the envelope out of my hand, grabbed the money, put it in her purse, and took out $2 and put it in the envelope and told me now to take it down to the Humane Society. You know what I did? I went to my bank, I took out money, and I put it in the envelope. Because I believe in rescuing animals and saving animals, because I have 2 rescue dogs already that came from horrendous things. And I looked at her and I said, why, when I got back, why would you do that? And she said, it's my money. I've earned it. Your money, and you've earned it. For what? Standing behind a can, a counter with a can, being dishonest? It's your money, but yet you're saying it's for this. This is where everything has gone to shit, people. Even the adults now don't set the examples. The teachers don't set the examples because we just got the prime example of one teacher already. What did he do? Ran off to California and his wife stood there. Really? Something's wrong with that whole friggin' family, I gotta tell you. And I'm on the opposite side looking at it from TV point of view, and I can tell you something's wrong with that family. And it ain't not normal. And now we got the Pope. Again. This man is supposed to be sending us hope. Supposed to be sending us words of kindness. Words of compassion. Words of understanding. And everything out of this man's mouth has been nothing but a lie. We already saw what he did. He came over, he drove a Fiat. Well, their sales went up. I bet you those people enjoyed that profit margin a lot. You know, the sad part is knowing that we all think we have a voice. And the sad part is we do, and we don't use it. We don't. We're inundated by jobs. We're inundated with this. We're inundated with that. It's like we can't even digest shit no more. So we wake up to more crap like this. We wake up to more crap every day, and nobody is screaming about this. Nobody is saying anything about this. This is like it's okay. These people, look, this is what it's come down to. How much more graphics do you need to see that these are evil people? They're not here to help us. They're here to rape us and abuse us and use us. And do you see this? Do you see it? Oh, and I love this one. Right in plain view of everybody, and nobody is looking at what that really, honestly, truly means. Nobody's even looking. Because we have been brainwashed. And we keep being brainwashed every single day. And the brainwashing is happening every minute of every moment. See, when I said I don't believe in the Pope, I was right on spot. Now I know the truth. The truth is simply this, people. It's time for us to walk away from big companies. It's time for us to start looking for the little man. It's time for us as a nation to start looking out for each other. Because obviously these fucks are not going to do it. It's been a long time since the 1800s. It's been a long, long time. We have came a long way, people. A long, long way. And these people have inundated themselves to where they want to be in control, and we're just helping them out. Every day we help them out one way or another. We also help out these charities. It's time not to give it to the churches no more. It's time not to give it to anybody no more. It's time to keep it in your pocket. These guys want to run the world and kill us. And you know what? Every time we donate to a charity, guess what? That's one more person they're killing. That's one more person they're genociding. That's one more person we as a nation are giving them permission. We are giving them permission to poison our waters. We are giving them permission to do whatever they damn well please. For every product that there is out there, Adidas, Walmart, Channel 4 News, Fox News, whatever. If you really look at all of these products, people, and all the people promoting it. I mean, really, who walks on a carpet stark-ass naked in a see-through dress and a thong and has it announced on like it's an everyday acceptable thing? The Kardashians. And I bet you there's going to be a few little girls that want to dress up like that and think that it's okay. And their mothers or their fathers are going to say, but it's her freedom of choice. I'm sorry, people. Freedom of choice is when you're 18 and you've moved out of your parents' house. There's your freedom of choice. Your freedom of choice is when you move out of your parents' house, you can do whatever the hell you want. You can believe in whatever religion you want. You can believe in whatever you want. But before you go jumping on a bandwagon, why don't you do some homework? You do some history. Do some soul searching. Because I'm sorry, people. The Crusades were what they were. Murder, mayhem, and bodies for people to climb over and on. And now these rich fucks are making money off of our backs, off our children's sacrifices for the wars. You know the red, white, and blue, that flag? Yeah, blood that flowed on our land. And you know what the real sad part is? Is our military needs to lay their shit down. Everybody needs to take a step back and say to the masses of Hollywood and the elites, we all as human beings need to stand up together and tell these fucks who's really in charge. Because there's an old saying, people, and you know what that is? Stand together. We're stronger together. You take one piece of string and you keep adding more, and you keep adding more, and you keep adding more. Guess what? Pretty soon you're a rope. Now you take that rope and you roll it around in sand and water and all of the things that make concrete. Guess what? You're standing stronger. Now you put some metal on it and you're stronger. You know? And the sad part is that everybody doesn't want to believe when they say, oh, it's fake news. Pass it off as fake news. Okay. You're going to tell me a picture is lying to my face? Really? Don't let your lying eyes deceive you. Your lying eyes see what they see. But the public and the media, the magazines, the grocery store chains, all of them want to tell you you're buying something and you're getting one for free. No, honey, they've hiked up the price and brought it down to where you think you're actually getting that buy one, get one free. You ain't! And that's how Walmart has stayed in business. See, when you have a pope lying to the world, what does that really say about us? What does that say about our moral values? What does that say about our moral views? I mean, really, we have got to get back to basics, folks. And the basics are this. Back to school. Fathers and mothers stepping back into their position with authority. Taking these phones away from these children and taking these emotional emu pictures away from them. Teaching them to communicate, to have a conversation. That's what we need to be doing. Not promoting Christmas sales where we buy what they tell us to buy because it's been embedded in our brain. They have many ways to keep us down, and they've been doing a damn good job. You know what, people? This is what we need to do. Take marijuana off the books. Fuck them all. Open up farming for military men and women and get our farmers back to work. And then after that, hire some more people because they're going to have to clean those crops. They're going to have to trim those crops. They're going to have to take care of those crops. And you know what? It puts everybody back to work. And maybe if everybody sat down and blew a fat fucking joint, maybe then everybody would step back and take a breath and put their brain on long enough to say, fuck, this is where we're at? A priest giving 30 children AIDS. A priest flashing sixes. 333, Mel Brooks. And then we got the Rothschilds. Do you know if you eat humans, that is why they look like they look like. Because they have actually dranken urine, as in your toilet. They have had parties where they murder and sacrifice children and then eat their heart. Some of these people think Jeffrey Dahmer was like God. God didn't eat human beings. God didn't walk around and tell people to kill each other. God didn't walk around and say, hey, you elites, I want you to kill my children. I'm giving you this wealth. I'm giving you a gift. Use it for the positive. And the positive is, Bill Gates claims, well, I'm only trying my best with these drugs because, you know, I'm sorry, a few people have to die. A few people? Who made you God to decide who dies? Who made the Pope God to decide what child gets killed and put on this offering table in Hollywood? Who? What news media sacrifices everything just for ratings? Lord Father in heaven, I hope you can forgive us, because I gotta tell you, even the ministries on TV are bullshitting you and lying to you. Do you honestly think those evangelistics on TV are giving to the church? Why don't you look into their personal spending accounts? You'll find out that stuff, what are they driving? Where do they live? Yeah. What do their suits cost? How much does it cost for a luncheon? What are you getting paid for? Public speaking? And you're doing God's work. But you're getting paid a check of how much? $1,200? To go speak somewhere? And then when the cameras are off you really talk about what there is to talk about? We've already had that. Matter of fact, he left in the dark. Him and his whole family just disappeared. Left the whole congregation hanging with a dirty effing cloud. And why? Because he was an XXX, notice this word, an ex-promoter from Hollywood, from the music industry. He turned to God. That's kind of funny. He turned to God. He got everybody to follow him in Fort Lauderdale. Made this church the way it is. And guess what? Lo and behold, he was having an affair, and there was pornography on his computer. And what happened? He disappeared. What happened? Exactly. What happened? What happened to the church telling us the truth? What happened when congressmen and senators sell their soul out? What happened when they made these backdoor deals? What happened to America? What happened to all those men and women who died for our freedoms? Has anybody really read the Constitution? Has anybody really read the Bill of Rights? Has anybody read the amendments? Because if you have, people, we have a lot more freedoms than the government is letting us know. And they're slowly pulling and picking it apart. And do you know why they're doing that? When's the last time your child wrote something in cursive? They don't teach it no more. Hell, now we got a secret code. And why? Because these bills are written in cursive. And because they're written in cursive, if you don't teach it, you can't read it. All of a sudden, Common Core took that away. Common Core took history away. Common Core took common sense away. Common Core took it to the point where all we do is see our children filling out circles. How do you feel today? Another child today was arrested because they brought a gun to school. When did that happen? Why? Because the media pushed it and pushed it and pushed it. The media has pushed so much on our children and on us that we are so inundated that when the Pope is lying to our faces, we don't even see it anymore. It's like, boop, burp, blip, gone. Doesn't even affect us anymore. We see these things happening in front of us every day, but we are so bombarded, belligerently bombarded, by the way, that when it does happen, we don't raise an eyebrow. We don't tell. We don't talk. Because we know that they're just going to take a bill, put a new one in there, slide it through the dark ends, and then the back doors and underneath. Paul Ryan, yes, that would be you. And then telling us these bills this was already made on a decision base because the government was closing down, but you didn't know where any money was, but all of a sudden this money appeared. And all of a sudden you make it sound like you all had a meeting and you were haggling it out. You weren't haggling fucking shit out. Who are you kidding? You were all having dinner. You already had this last month, last year. You've already made these decisions. And you're telling us as a nation that you guys are sitting in these chairs and you need raises and Sam I Am and sleeping bags and water bottles. to tell us that it is taking you all of this long to pass this shit. You know, people, I am sick and tired of waking up every day. I mean, I'm glad I wake up. I'm grateful. Thank you, God, for letting me wake up. But I got to tell you, when you wake up and your world is woken up to you, things taste a lot better, people, and things look a lot greener when you take the rose-colored glasses off. Because they've been lying to us all the whole time. The government and the Pope. And the Pope is the biggest offender of all. He is supposed to be representing God. No, he doesn't. He doesn't represent God. He represents an idol. He represents this. He represents money. He represents greed. That's what they represent. They don't represent us as human beings. We need to stop killing each other. We need to start looking at each other, because you know what? We all die the same, we all bleed the same, and we're all given birth the same. We die fast enough. We don't need to be killing each other off. Black people need to put the shit down. White people need to put the shit down. Mexicans need to put the shit down. We all need to put the shit down. And look around. The police are getting away with it. The UN is getting away with this. And if nobody is seeing this, then take the blinders off, because I'm going to take them off for you. You ever see those trucks that go down the highway and all they have are a few little letters? Well, that's part of a sneaky shadow government being put in place. Have you ever wondered why Walmart has water ponds and retention ponds behind them? Nobody's asked. See, the wealthy are going to drop a bombshell on us. Yes. And the sad part is nobody is waking up. Or a little word called fear has frozen us. Let me tell you about the word fear. It's just a word. Disassemble it. It becomes funny. It becomes envious. It becomes angry. And it becomes ruling. And that's what the elites are. Nothing but a bunch of words of fear. Disassemble the fear, people. Turn it around on them. It's time to pull our children close and closer. And it's time to start saying fuck you to the mortgages. It's time to say fuck you to the electric companies. It's time to say fuck you to the gasoline and oil companies. It's time for us as a nation to start detaching from these people. Because if we don't, we're going to be eaten alive. And then we will see a war. And you know what? It would have been easily stopped if we would have just sat down long enough and looked across the aisle and saw what is really staring us in the face. A bunch of fucking hypocrite monsters. That's who they are. That's who they are. The Cheneys, the Popes, the movie stars, the industries, the sport industry. That's what they are. And you know what? There may be some real, true, honest people in these issues that don't believe like this, but they're few and far between. And then if they do believe in something, they're kicked off to the side, they're humiliated, they're disgraced, they're dragged through the mud, and then they're lost. And you know what is really sad, people? That we've let the government do this to us. That we've let the president do this to us. That we've let the Pope do this to us. That we have let the elite and the pharmaceutical companies and the entertainment companies do this to us. Well, a little bit of that and a little bit of this, and as I said, hug your wife, hug your kid. Tell your wife you love her, tell your husband you love him, give him a hug, and peace out. But best of all, people, go roll one, go have a glass of wine, put your feet up, and look at the beauty around you, and do some real soul searching. You might find out you like who you really are, because you just might meet somebody you met at one time in your life. That was called the real you. Peace out. May God bless you and hold you and may your angels protect you and watch over you and guide you.